Welcome, folks. Sorry I'm late. That's the third time this week I've been late for a space. Absolutely unforgivable, but I'm here. Khalid, how's it going, man? Have we got you, Khalid?
My brother. How you doing, bro?
I'm living the dream, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Good,
Today's
man.
a bit tense. It's a long day today, but yeah, all good.
Nice.
I have a request. Can you please because Frank is one of the founder of the project. So
Yeah.
can you please try to
Yeah, you should have a request to speak there as well. So who
All
else
right,
have we got? Is it just yourself and Frank, or
I'm gonna talk to him right now so I can do it.
no worries? Who
But
have we got on the main
Hi.
MetaDrivers account?
yeah, but the mid-drive
Yes.
icon is good. It's perfect. So just Frank wants to be here as well. But yeah, that's perfect. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much.
No worries, man. Sorry, who have we got on the MetaDrivers account?
It's
Yep.
Kai, one of the founders. I'm on the
Nice.
MetaDrivers account.
Nice to meet you, yeah.
Good evening, guys. Nice to meet you.
Good to have you. Good to have you. We're looking pretty good on numbers. It seems that everyone was coming in whilst I was making my way to the space, running late. So if you guys are ready, I'm going to get straight into it, gents.
Yep,
Perfect.
go for it.
Let's get straight into it. All right, welcome back, folks. I hope everyone's doing good today. A little bit sad to see Solana in such a poor price point today. I pray we see that turn around soon for the sake of everyone's bags, but we'll see how that plays out. Sad times at the minute at that price point, but we'll see if it takes a turn, and hopefully we'll see that soon. Today we're talking Aptos, and in particular MetaDrivers. For anyone unfamiliar, MetaDrivers is the first racing play-to-earn game on Aptos, which has a 6,666p supply of 3D race car drivers. To tell us all about the MetaDriver project, I'm joined by my good friend Khalid, and I'm also joined by Frank and Yah. So how's it going, gents? Great to have you all.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
How are you? How are you doing?
Yeah, really well, thanks, man. Great to have you all on. Looking forward to diving into this. So let's get straight into it then. So do you want to give us an overview of the project and what it's all about?
Yeah. I will give it, Frank. I will take this one. MetaDrivers is an upcoming NFT collection. As itself, it says MetaDrivers, so it's of course race related. What we do, we made a play-to-earn game, which many people can play, and of course have a competition and earn. We're already existing for over a year, because we're for the marathon, we're not for the sprint. Good projects, they will stay also during the bear market. And what we try to create is, have a platform, have a game where many hundreds or thousands of people can play, and of course have a competition, and also play to earn. The name itself can earn either NFTs or coins or tokens, whatever it is. What we want to do, we want to create one platform where many people come together, have race, have competition, and of course what we also do is that we show it on Twitch, the races itself. So we want to build one community from everyone that is interested in racing. Doesn't matter what type of racing, for Formula One, motocross, or on tractor or anything like that. So we keep it community-wide for the racing.
I like that. Now, what's interesting as well is you mentioned about streaming it on Twitch, and it's something that I've been talking about quite a lot on my spaces. There's a lot of discussions going on at the minute about how we can improve the quality of the content that's going out across Web3 social media platforms in general. And I think this kind of content, if you did manage to deliver that on Twitch, is that kind of content that people are talking about. There's even opportunities to like token gate these kind of events. Say, for instance, you set up a race on Twitch. In the not too distant future, I'm sure we'll be able to token gate these events, and you'll be able to make revenue on the back of the events as well. So there's a few different opportunities you can go down there, and I think you're certainly onto something in developing that kind of that kind of offering. So this project, as far as I understand, was initially built to be launched on Ethereum.
Correct.
Am I right in saying that?
Correct.
What made you then make the conscious decision to move the project over to Aptos?
The decision we made at the end is that Aptos offers a much better flexibility in terms of the blockchain implementations, and was also easier to scale. And of course, Aptos is quite relatively new, so it also brings a good opportunity for us to bring great utility and of course a great project onto Aptos. Of course, Ethereum as we all know, is a great blockchain, but it also has some can be quite costly. And at the end of the day, our main focus is for all the drivers that we can race a lot without having to spend hundreds of dollars to even join a race, because then nobody will do the races. Or main focus for us is also all the drivers that can enjoy the game without having a huge budget.
Sure, that's the issue, isn't it, with P2Es that are based on Ethereum? You're often battling with the gas fees, and sometimes it's a battle that you're ultimately going to lose over time, just because it is so expensive when it comes to the gas fees. One thing you touched on then is Aptos is in its absolute infancy. It's really, really early days, and what that offers is growth opportunities. And what we're seeing quite a lot as well is that a lot of the Aptos marketplaces, because they're keen to grow the actual network itself, they're often heavily endorsing and heavily championing different projects that are launching on Aptos, which is something you see a little bit less with the likes of Solana and Ethereum. And there's been some mixed reception on the Aptos blockchain with the kind of projects that's been launching on them, but you can't question their track record. We've seen quite a number of high supply projects sell out on there very promptly. I think that Brewer Bears was one of the most recent. So it shows that the Aptos community is strong, and in some respects, and obviously the liquidity is there. So there's certainly an opportunity within Aptos. I would agree with you on that. So why P2E then? When you're developing the projects, what made you decide to go down a P2E route?
Basically, P2E. I'm coming from the background with the blockchain or with crypto only purely from P2E. I started with Axie Infinity, which is now, of course, down the drain. But when it was in his younger years and on a top prime, it was a great. I'm a gamer. I'm an addict from gaming. Before it was World of Warcraft, etc. But the issue with that was you spend so much time and you put money in it, but you're not getting anything in return. Hence, I found out about play to earn with the crypto, because what you put in, you own it, you can sell it. So I was very active on multiple play to earn games, and then me and Frank and me, we basically put things together. We both love racing, we both love crypto. So that's why when we thought let's put it together, because what is better than if you can play a game where there's competition and you can earn X gifts or some crypto or tokens or anything that it makes it worth to play the game. So
of course,
it brings, at the end of the day, there are so many people that are gaming, and gaming brings communities and people together, and that's what we would love to build, is not only the game and focusing purely on play to earn, but to bring communities, people together, and then just enjoy the competition and enjoy the play to earn sense. But of course, it needs to be. I cannot get the English word. Sustainable. Sorry.
Yeah, sustainable, and that's often a problem that a lot of projects struggle with, isn't it? Particularly in the play to earn space, is the sustainability. We often find that a lot of people start playing the game initially when it first launches and during the initial inception, and then over time the numbers of active adopters and users start to drop off, and it's quite a common thing. So it's often a battle that P2E founders are facing, in the sense of keeping people playing and keeping that kind of incentive for people to want to continue playing over time.
Correct. I also think play to earn was quite new. It's moving a lot more to play to own at the moment. But the thing that we had, in my opinion, we had a misconception on play to earn, because the fact that we could make more than monthly incomes by playing crypto games, which is amazing, of course, but it's not sustainable. So the moment we understand that play to earn is an amazing game, and you can win something, whatever it is, a trip to let's say Formula One race, or a hotel rooms, or you make some tokens or NFTs, etc. That's already play to earn, and that's what we need to have in mind, because it should not be that it's a way that you quit your work basically and expect you get the income from a game. That's not what we have in mind. Play to earn.
Yeah, I hear you. That's never going to be sustainable. No. And what about your background then, Frank? I can see you've got the blue tick there next to your name. So tell me a little bit about your background and your experience in the space. Is he with us?
Yeah, he should be with us. 1 second, let me check.
Yeah, sorry.
he's muted.
Can you please repeat the question, because my English is not the best, to be honest.
No problem. I'll try and talk. I'm often talking fast, and we host a lot of people from different countries, different nationalities, and a lot of the time they're like, "Slow down, man. We can't hear what you're saying." I'll slow it down a little bit. So I was just wondering what your background in the space was, Frank. I can see you've got the blue tick next to your name. Tell us a little bit about your experience and your background.
Yeah, so basically, I started to have a look in crypto back in 2012, while I was still living in France, and I was mining Bitcoin with my own computer. It's a funny thing, because back in the days I was minting around 3 Bitcoin a month with my working computer during the night.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I don't have them anymore. But this is when my crypto journey started. And I jumped into the NFT world in July 2021, when I start hearing about the Bored Ape Yacht Club and CryptoPunk and so on. And yeah, since I'm following a lot of projects, I'm very interested into it. I bought some blue chip NFT. Some mutant ape yacht club. Sorry for my accent. And yeah, following a lot of projects, participating to some Twitter space. It's a very exciting community, because people want to move forward together, and I can recognize myself into it. So yeah, basically 2012 first Bitcoin mined, and since following a lot of projects in the crypto space.
Yeah, I hear you, and I appreciate you taking that time to talk us through that as well, Frank. I know you're obviously French, and obviously there's a bit of a language barrier there, but I appreciate you taking the time. I want to touch on that Bitcoin mining a little bit more. So I just checked the price of Bitcoin in 2020 and 2012 when you mentioned then, and the price was just $13.5 as we went into the year of 2012. I'm keen to know what price did you hold them at,
I sold them at 200 USD per Bitcoin. But I'm not regretting, because I wouldn't have waited until 60K, 100%. So it is what it is.
So how many Bitcoins did you mine in total? How many did you have?
I remember I sold for 2,500 USD, so it was around 12, between 12 and 13 Bitcoin.
I mean, like you said, profit's profit, but ultimately I would be kicking myself. I'm sorry to say it, Frank, but I would be kicking myself. But crazy.
But don't repeat this to my wife. She doesn't know about this to me.
Class. No, I hear you, man. All right, let's get back to the subject of meta drivers then. So you was discussing a little bit before, about obviously the rewards that people can earn, the passive rewards from playing the game. Are you looking to build your own ecosystem? Are you going to introduce your own native token, or will rewards be paid out in Aptos? What does that look like?
Answer is yes. Of course, if we can manage to have the own token, that's of course the end goal. But in the beginning, because again we don't want to overpromise. First, we want to come out with the game, which is almost finished already and ready to play, and then the gifts will be like I mentioned in the beginning. It can be some NFTs, for example, cars NFTs, which can be later used in the game as well. Trips, for example. Formula One related or race related. So let's say a trip to a race in Abu Dhabi, Formula One race or something like that, and of course eventually a token as well. But again, main thing is there will be many things to be given out, but it needs to be sustainable. So to talk about tokens now, we will develop it later. There will be many gifts for competitions to win, and we'll be very excited.
Nice, man. Looking forward to that. Now, you touched a little bit on the development side of things then. Where are we up to in terms of the development of the game itself? Have we got any timescales in mind for that at the minute?
Well, basically, as I said, the game itself is let's say 95% finished. So if we wanted, we could already start racing. But it will take a couple more weeks. We will start the beta, very soon. I don't know if you already saw some of our sneak peeks or previews from the game itself. Because we started the game one thing we decided to do, or we wanted to do, and again it comes to the point that we don't want to overpromise and let's say mint NFTs and then say yeah the game will be coming and the game will be never there. Basically, before we even launch, we will have the game ready.
Beautiful.
Which means that's from our side also giving trust to our community, because that's something we were in multiple projects, and it's always minting, and then the game will come, and then the game either will never come, or the game, is absolutely nothing compared to the promises. So Frank and I decided one thing we want to do is basically have the game already out, or let's say the beta already going on before even minting, so that we think it will bring a lot of trust to the project and to us as well.
100%. I couldn't echo that message anymore. With the amount of times we hear of play-to-earn projects and founders who say they're developing a particular game, and I think to some respect, a lot of investors have lost confidence in those founders delivering what they're saying they're going to deliver, because time and time again we've seen false promise which hasn't come into fruition. I've just pinned a video there which shows the development of the gameplay. It looks really good in terms of the graphics, I must say. I always think play-to-earn games within Web3 are a little bit behind the times in terms of graphics offered on standard games within Web2, and naturally that technology will catch up. I appreciate that. But I think in terms of the graphics and the aesthetics of this game, it is clean. It does look really good. So firstly, congratulations on producing such quality work there. And everyone check that out as well. You'll see the video pinned at the top. So you say 95% there. And it's interesting here. It says, obviously, with the assistance of artificial intelligence too. Tell us who's involved in like the actual building side. Who are the tech heads behind this?
We have one, our head developer is Jim. He has 15 years of experience in game development. He has on the App Store over 60 million downloads on the Play Store. Excuse me. All the information is in our white paper as well. The whole team will be, is already there with the background information. It's regarding the game. It's all Jim, and of course his colleagues. But he and the studio are doing a great job. I think he's in the chat, but I'm not able to speak. So you have that one coming from us.
No worries.
But yeah,
if he's in here at any point, if he wants to request to speak, I'm more than happy to get him pulled.
Yeah. Oh, he is in. Let's see if he can speak. Regarding the game, the good thing, which I didn't mention, is not like I said with the community. Community is very important for us. So everyone that has that is a partnership with Meta drivers can join the racing. So just to have it clear, if you own a Meta driver, you can do one race a day. If a project is a partnership with Meta drivers, it means all their NFTs are also eligible to race for one race per day. So this is also how we try to build a community. Then when you have the NFTs with artificial intelligence, every time your NFT will race, it will remember and get better in stats and specific tracks. So this is something very important. As of now, you cannot drive yourself, so everything is artificial with artificial intelligence and based on stats, attributes, which NFTs have. So this is how you build your character, build your NFT, and how we bring hopefully many projects, many people, and different projects into the game.
I like that.
Build.
So
firstly, whole competition.
Firstly, obviously, you've got an opportunity to further upscale your own project by offering other projects to get involved, which will allow you to inherit people from different communities, which naturally makes sense when you're looking to scale a project. And secondary to that, you've also then got that incentive for people to continue playing, because naturally, as they play more, the performance of their particular car gets better via the AI. Am I right in saying that?
Correct.
Perfect. Makes sense. I love that, man. I love that. So what does the future look like then? Obviously, we've got the game, which is nearing finalization of development. You mentioned it's not far away from that. What does the future of Meta drivers look like once we've got the game fully developed? Talk us through it.
Once we have the game fully developed, of course, we will launch. First, we will have the beta that we will play with our main OG members from Discord. They will test out. Then the game will be when it's fully launched. Then of course all the racing will start. That means we will have competitions. We have weekly competitions, monthly competitions, and of course, especially the first 2 weeks, we have quite some prizes to give away for everyone to start. On the side note, as mentioned, for the community, for the collaborations and partnerships, every partnership will also have their own competition. So the moment the game is out, we just start to build even more and to build a community in general with all the projects and ourselves and meta drivers to keep building. And then when we have everything finalized and we have everything ready on Twitch, and then we go to the next step. Next step is, for example, can be to figure out how we can get the token in the game. And if that is all correct, before we go to the next step, potentially maybe in the metaverse, something. But again, it's all, we don't like to overpromise. We like to finish A before we go to B.
Sure.
And we want to finish B before we go to C. So
yeah. And
if you ask me,
in a world of over-promising and under-delivering, I think a lot of potential investors who are listening in right now will appreciate that sentiment as well, because we often find that, you know, it's the other way around, and it's often particularly common in p2e. So I think there'll be a lot of investors who are listening right now who will appreciate that sentiment, appreciate that approach you guys are taking.
Yeah, it's very simple. We are for the long term. Like I mentioned in the beginning, we're for the marathon, not the sprint. And that's probably why we're still, even though it's a bear market, we're still continuing to develop and delivering on what we said before we even minting. That's something which is very important for us.
I hear you. I appreciate that as well. And what's interesting as well, I noticed, is oftentimes with the p2e games, especially with racing games, the actual NFTs themselves look like an access pass. We often find that because they're spending so much time developing the game, they don't really focus on creating the NFTs themselves. The NFTs are often in the format of an access pass or you know, some kind of VIP card or something like that, which provides the access for anyone who adopts the actual NFT. With you guys gone a step further than that, haven't you? You've actually created what I would say is really high quality artwork, which is these 3D racing drivers. So talk us through the creative process with the artwork and why you decided to go down this route.
Well, again, this is credits to Jim. Everything is fully 3D developed, I think, in Unity. But again, don't hit me for that one, because I'm not the expert.
We won't.
It's very simple. The way we thought about it is that the NFT, the meta driver, will be your profile picture in the game. So of course that's something you want to have, which is not only a pass, because if you have 9,000 or 6,000 or 10,000 the same passes, it doesn't make you feel that you have something. If you have a unique profile picture, unique NFT, unique driver, that means that's the one that's yours. And of course,
you get more of an emotional attachment to it, don't you, rather than just having a VIP card. I hear you on that.
Yeah. And also on the other side, of course, if you have one and you see another one which you also really like, you want to potentially buy it. So that means there will be traction. Same as for the partners. Partner NFTs will also be shown in the loading screen or in the pre-race. So you will have everything there. We want to have it visually attractive.
Yeah.
So if you have the loading screen and only a pass, it doesn't look good, because why would I look at that?
Yeah, of course. And you mentioned about that visual attraction. I think from an aesthetic perspective and the branding and the actual content you guys are putting out, it is very high quality. It's very clean. I've just pinned another video there if you want to check that out, guys, which shows basically a sneak peek, a trailer of one of the race car drivers heading over to his vehicle, I presume. And if you look at the quality of the actual animation, the graphics, again, it kind of just adds that quality of work to these guys and what they're producing. So again, congratulations on doing that. All right, let's sort the mint then, guys. Have you got a date in mind for the mint at the moment?
No, not yet. Again, contract, it will take a couple of weeks. We take for the beta testing, etc. Then we will announce when the mint will be there. All the NFTs are already finished, so we have everything ready regarding the PFPs for the NFTs. But it just, again, the moment we finish the beta and we know we're ready to launch, then we will, on the short term, we'll do the minting.
I hear you.
It will take a couple of days.
6,666p supply. The mint date's to be confirmed. I presume the mint price is also to be confirmed then, is it? Or
mint price will be around in between $50 and $100.
Okay, $50 and $100 in the equivalent of Aptos.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's interested in getting involved, out of that 6,666p supply, have you got any idea of what percentage you're going to whitelist? Is it going to be both private and public sale? What does that look like?
I just wanted to say something regarding the NFT you are talking about just a few minutes before.
Okay.
I wanted to say usually the 3D collection, NFT collection, the NFT are created through 99% of the time through a Blender software.
Okay.
And our NFT are made on Unity, which basically your NFT is a video game character. So like Kai said, we don't want to promise B when we didn't finish A, but basically your character in the future, it's a video game character. Your NFT is a video game character, so it's more than an NFT, and it can be, it's a full character in 3D. So it's not only an image. So we can have a lot of possibility in the future with everyone's NFT.
Nice. So your actual NFT character is a character you use in game as well, which again just kind of strengthens that emotional attachment that you have with your NFT and your character in your game. So really like that concept, and thanks for adding that as well, Frank. All right, we were just touching on the mint. So just to confirm one last time, because I don't want anyone to miss this information, it's 6,666p supply. We're looking at around $50 to $100 equivalent of in Aptos. There's no mint date to be announced at the minute. Did you say that you know how many of those 6,666 you'll be whitelisting and how many will go to public sale? Have you got that information available?
Frank, you have that information?
We don't have the exact number yet. We already have around 500 people whitelisted from the past.
Okay.
And we will open some whitelist mainly on Discord and through Twitter giveaways.
Okay.
But it will be a little bit limited because we want to go how you say it. I don't find the perfect word in English, but we want to leave the chance to everyone to be able to mint and not over allocated the whitelist. So 100% we will leave some NFT during the public sale, and so everyone has a chance. But of course, being whitelisted means cheaper price, guaranteed access, and so on. So
beautiful, man.
Worth to go for it.
100%. So for anyone who's interested in, who's listening now, who's looking to get their hands on one of those whitelist spots, what would be the process for them to be able to do that? I presume follow you guys on Twitter, head over to the Discord server.
Yeah,
exactly. All right.
Follow us on Twitter. Go to our Discord. In our Discord, you will see the full how to whitelist, all the requirements. There will also be some giveaways done or some games played where you can win the whitelist. Everything is will be done and located from our Discord.
Beautiful. So there you have it, folks.
Twitter.
6,666 3D drivers from the Meta Driver project. Really advanced looking gameplay, I must say. So if you are interested in this kind of thing and you do want to get involved in the project, make sure you drop them a follow on their official Twitter account. Head into that Discord server if you haven't already. Make yourself an integral part of that community. You might just get your hands on one of those whitelist spots. Gentlemen, Frank, Yah, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you both today. Thanks for providing such an in-depth introduction into Meta Drivers and what you guys are building. Really looking forward to the development of this, and it's been a pleasure to have you both. So thanks again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
It was a pleasure.
No worries. Speak soon, gents. Best. Big shout out to all the NFT dailies joining.